The storm raged like a beast unleashed, thunder cracking across the black sky as if 9, rain hammering the metal roof, so hard it drowned out everything else. But then a faint knock cut through the chaos, pulling me, cane rower, from my weary rest. I grabbed my lantern, sloshed with mud, heart pounding with that old scout's instinct telling me trouble never knocks politely. Little did I know, opening that gate would change my solitary life forever, proving once again why humans don't just survive. We thrive, even when the galaxy throws its worst at us. Hey there, fellow space explorers. If you're hooked on stories where humans outsmart, outlast, and outlove the stars, smash that like button right now, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an epic HFY adventure like this one. Let's jump into the tale of how one human farmer turned desperation into destiny. Picture this. Sif 9, a rugged frontier planet far from the bustling core worlds, where the twin suns bake the soil by day and storms scour it by night. I was cane rower, late 30s, broad-shouldered from years in the Federation Scouts, a scar slicing above my brow like a reminder of battles I'd rather forget. I'd traded laser rifles for plows, seeking the simple rhythm of farm life, plant, tend, harvest, repeat. No politics, no wars, just honest sweat and the quiet satisfaction of survival on my terms. My farm was my fortress, isolated, orderly, with fields stretching under those harsh suns and a sturdy farmhouse that smelled with smoke and earth. I'd posted a job ad on the colony board for field hands, figuring some drifters might bite. But as lightning lit up the night, revealing 5 blue-skinned figures huddled at my gate, I realized the translation must have glitched. They weren't workers. They were refugees, alien widows in tattered ceremonial wraps, their white hair plastered by rain, eyes wide with a mix of fear and unyielding pride. The leader, Nero, stepped forward, her voice steady despite the tremor. Shelter just for tonight. Please. I studied them in the flickering light, too vulnerable to be spies, too unified to be random wanderers. Their skin glistened like polished sapphire, and those wraps, once elegant, now shredded, marked them as widows from the Zorathian clans, displaced by the endless galactic wars. I thought about my food stocks, the empty beds, the gossip this would stir among nosy neighbors. But seeing their lips blue from cold, their stances sagging with exhaustion, something in me, a human stubbornness, maybe, clicked. I stepped aside. Inside, watched the mud. They filed in, dripping on the floorboards, clustering near the stove warmth. Nero, tall and weary-eyed. Cyrene, slender with a teasing grin even through shivers. Thine, muscular and firm-postured. Uria, delicate and careful, Valeth, bold with a direct gaze that tested me. I tossed them towels, pointed to hooks. Dry off. Sit. I'll bring food. In the kitchen, my mind raced. Widows, likely fleeing dead in exile after their husbands fell in battle. My ad for household help must have read as household wanted in their tongue. Damn translators. But their desperation was real. No faking that bone-deep fatigue. I returned with steaming bowls of stew, the savory aroma cutting through the damp chill. Nero spoke again. Your cane rower. I nodded. Farmer. Posted for workers. Expected hands, not guests. She tightened her grip on the towel. Our reading said household wanted. That's why we came. Her jaw twitched, fear of rejection flashing. The others ate slowly, eyes darting to me, waiting for the boot. Cyrene coughed on the spice, laughed weakly. Too strong, but good. Valeth watched me intently. Uria hummed softly. Thine ate with soldier-like discipline. I cataloged them like in my scout days. Posture, breathing, reactions. These weren't helpless. They were warriors' wives, stripped by grief and war. There's a spare room, I said. Mats, blankets. Stove keeps heat. No one owes anything here. Valeth tilted her head. Men always ask for something. I met her gaze. Not here. Eat. Sleep. Silence fell, broken by the stove's tick. Nero nodded. Then we'll work tomorrow. I didn't argue. My rules were simple. Clear lines, no debts. But deep down, I knew this complicated everything. That night, whispers drifted from their room. Fear, gratitude, fragile relief. In my bed, boots dripping mud, I replayed it all. I'd wanted workers, got widows instead. Part of me dreaded to talk, but another felt alive. The storm thinned, and the farmhouse held 6 lives, waiting. Morning broke with sunlight slicing through curtains, the air smelling of damp and stew. I woke early, habits die hard, and heard their murmurs. Knocking, Nero opened the door, hair bound, eyes steady but tired. "Breakfast soon," I said. They filed in dressed in my spares, but keeping their wraps like badges of pride. Porridge and fruit clinked on bowls. I broke the quiet. "You read my post as household wanted. Why leave your home? What brought you here?" The room stilled. Valeth spoke sharp. "We're widows. War took our husbands. Homes became debts, stripped away. No family, no protection." Cyrene leaned in. "Your notice asked for hands. Thought you wouldn't care whose." Nero added, "We're not beggars. We'll work. Dignity matters." I nodded. "You'll have both. Work. Food. Share of harvest. Safe here. No bargains." Uriah's voice trembled. "We won't be forced out if someone asks. No one decides but me. I don't throw people into the rain." Relief washed over her. After breakfast, I laid out tasks. Fields clearing, fences checked. Valeth smirked. Workers, after all. Work keeps it running. The day tested us. Mud stuck to boots. Suns glisten on crops. I showed irrigation, greenhouse. Thine shouldered sacks like proving strength. Uriah checked soil delicately. Cyrene teased about my harrow. Flinched when it snapped, laughed. Valeth leaned close on tractor controls, testing. Nero worked silently, calculating. By noon, sweat poured, but their resolve shone. Fear dulled, focus rose. Evening brought laughter over stew, small, but real. Nero nodded acknowledgement. Trust forming. In bed, I sensed my mission shifting, from survival to something larger. The third morning chilled, mist rolling. I pondered ripples. Neighbors' questions. Inside they awoke, movements purposeful, soldier-like. "We'll talk schedules," I said. "Everyone contributes, has say." "Valeth, you sound like an officer. Used to be, not anymore." "Nero, rules aren't the issue. Trust is. This roof won't vanish with gossip." I leaned in. "Gossip says I keep 5 widows for myself." "Answer, work and respect." "They'll bore." "Uriah, if they interfere, my land, gate locked. Task split. Greenhouse with Uriah, precise and determined." Cyrene teased, "You don't talk much." "Talking doesn't grow food." She laughed, dug harder. "Thine hauled alone, proud." Nero mended tools efficiently. Valeth probed, "Why leave scouts?" Short answers, but air charged. Evening less guarded. Jokes, smiles, approvals. Uriah asked, "If we stay, room for us?" "Not temporary." "If you choose, this is yours." Long days, no guarantees. Stillness, then relief. That night, they planned. My solitude gone. Something alive in its place. Rhythm settled. Uriah explained. "Widows cast out as property." My jaw tightened. "Not here." Tasks balance pride. Thine accepted help, nodding. Uriah mended, shared. Husband was soldier. You'll strengthen this place. Cyrene teased, brushed my arm. Heat lingered. Valeth cornered. "You've given much, no questions about us." Survival doesn't start with debts. Acknowledgement. Market day. Stares at blue skin, whispers. Loud man. Brave or greedy. I face him. 5 workers, more food. Back home 9. If they come, I'll fight. They won't. Uriah. Always outsiders? Not here. Bonds deepened. Nero knocked that night. Candlelit. Can't sleep. You don't prove anything. She stepped close. I don't want to be alone. Slow kiss, release. Intimacy began. Air changed. Cyrene teased at dinner. Kiss my cheek. Thine gripped wrist. Lean forehead. Valeth kissed boldly. Uriah whispered wants. Choices, not necessity. Seasons end, bonds undeniable. Market whispers ignored. Farm thrived. Narrows swelled first. Then others. Rooms added. Cradles carved. Not scandal, family. The climactic payoff hit when the colony elders arrived, demanding the widows leave, citing impropriety. I stood firm at the gate, rifle slung casual but ready. This is my land. They stay. The women flanked me. Narrow's hand on my arm. Cyrene's grin defiant. Thine stance unyielding. Valetha's gaze piercing. Uria's quiet strength. The elders backed down, muttering. But the galaxy's whispers turned to awe. Humans don't just shelter. We build empires of loyalty, turning outcasts into unbreakable kin. My heart swelled with pride as we watched them go. Proof that one human's defiance can redefine a world. And in the end, that's the beauty of humanity. We adapt, we protect, we love fiercely, reminding the stars that underestimating us is the biggest mistake of all. If this tale of human grit and galactic family fired you up, hit that like button and drop a comment. How would you turn a storm into a legacy? Subscribe now for more HFY stories that make you proud to be human. See you in the next adventure.